side, well, technically southbound, starting around Beloit Road through the Hale to eastbound to about 76th Street. Eastbound 94 is backed up from 92nd Street to Hawley Road. Westbound, you're seeing delays from 20th Street all the way to Hawley Road, and then again from just west of Moreland Road past Calhoun. Traffic is brought to you by Glenroy, now hiring. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy, windy, low 13 with a wind chill of 0 to 5 above. Tomorrow, increasing clouds, snow likely at night, a high of 24. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Shoot. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamora. Here's Jen Latta.
Well, the first domino has fallen or is soon to fall, about to fall. Adam Schefter reporting late last night. And now again, he is on our televisions on Get Up. The Giants are set to hire John Harbaugh soon. Arrived Wednesday morning, returned in the evening to his Baltimore area home on the New York Giants owner's private jet. Sounds to me like they got him in the room, in the house, in the building, and then they were like, we are not letting this gentleman go. We are going to do whatever it takes to keep John Harbaugh in the building until he agrees to coach our team. Is this a good move, Gabe, by John Harbaugh?
Yeah, I think this was going to be, look, I think he made it pretty obvious. Him and his representation were advertising as much as they possibly could that they'd be interested in the Packers job should it become open. Shout out to Shefty who had all those reports, certainly. But, I look at the other jobs available to John Harbaugh, and Pittsburgh's not going to hire him. Obviously, Baltimore's the best job out there, but he just got fired there. This is the best job out there. And for the Giants, I think they want stability, and that's what John Harbaugh is going to bring to your organization. I think this was a fit that made sense to me from when all of the coaching opportunities and everything else opened up. And also, as a Packers fan, if somehow the Packers and LaFleur don't work out a deal, good. I don't want him to be tempted by John Harbaugh. I don't think John Harbaugh is going to cure what ails the Green Bay Packers.
Chew, makes sense, Harbaugh to the Giants?
Makes sense, but would you call it a regurge? I mean, Pete Carroll's a regurge. That was a reach. Who's been a regurge in recent history that hasn't worked out? That's fine, but I mean...
Did Mike McCarthy work out in Dallas?
He was probably better than people give him credit
I think Mike
for.
McCarthy would be a regurge. He'd fall into that category now.
At this point, yeah.
But what have you done for me lately? I mean, Baltimore over the last, say, 4 years have been kind of a top 3 team preseason-wise in the NFL, and he's done nothing with it. So,
yeah, but I mean, this is a completely different job now for the Giants, right? He has to try to build that up and establish a culture. And, again, this is an organization that hasn't had stability since Tom Coughlin. They've just cycled through coaches. And I think that's what they're looking for. They're looking for somebody who's going to be stable, who's going to be consistent.
Yeah, I got. But he's got to bring someone in to develop Dart. I mean,
yeah,
It's a little early to call him a franchise quarterback, right?
Yeah, but he showed me enough at least, Chew, that you're going to ride with him. It's to me, it's not like, oh, yeah, you're going to have to get a new quarterback there. No, he's showed enough that if you get the right coordinator there, yeah, you can win with that.
I hate the Giants.
Why? That was my team back in the day.
I can't believe I have to tell you this, but have you heard of the NFC Championship game?
With a good old number 4?
Yes.
With your guy.
That'd be the one. 2008, I believe.
Yeah.
That was just I think that was the first time I was really oh, God, that game, it really hurt. Packers knocking on the doorstep.
I blame the Packers more than the Giants for that
Really?
one. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
God, I made a mistake one
Brett,
time.
Brett did not want to be there. Like, Brett wanted nothing to do with the cold, which stunk because he used to be the cold weather guy. So, like, I look at that game as they should have beaten the Giants. And if Brett plays half of his capabilities, they win that game.
I think he threw a couple of touchdowns. How many picks did he have? Did he go 1 for 1? Like, did he go 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions?
He had at least 2 interceptions because he had the one that was picked off. Well, the last one was terrible.
Yeah.
Last one was just like, screw it, I don't want to be here. I'm throwing it downfield. Either it's picked or it's not. And he had one that was picked, but then the defender fumbled, and then Tausch recovered it.
Huh.
So I remember that distinctly from that game.
I had a subconscious moment last time. I think it was the last time I was honorary captain, probably 8 years ago in Green Bay where they were playing the Giants. Now, I grew up a Giants fan, couldn't stand the Patriots because they sucked. You know me, I'm fair weather.
Front running Jesse.
So I just bought a zip-up sweatshirt because it was cold, and it was the exact color of the New York Giants. And I was going to go out on the field, not even thinking twice about who they were playing. So someone came up to me and was like, are you sure you want to wear that? I'm like, it's the Giants color. So I had to go like to Kohl's and buy a 2X medium that I had to pour myself into, and I looked like a goof.
Well, I mean, in fairness.
You are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a couple of things here. One, people are talking about now the dominoes, right? What are the next dominoes to fall? I believe that there was this thought that Jeff Hafley might be somebody that the Giants were interested in. I know a lot of people pointing to the fact that he's from that area. He's from the New Jersey area. He was a hot name for a while on this coaching carousel. Still is. He is set to interview for a couple more, I believe, right? Did he do 1 and then 2 Titans? And then yesterday it was 2 interviews.
Yeah, he's got 5 total.
And I think today he has 2 from what I heard.
It's happening fast and furious for Jeff. He's got 5 interviews. That's the important part.
Can we say the same thing about Miami, though? Oh, great fit. Miami just hired the Packers player personnel guy. He's going to Miami. Or no?
For Hafley?
Yeah, thank you for I was like, who are we talking about here?
I mean,
who's the guy they just hired in Miami? John Paul Sartre or something like that?
John Eric Sullivan.
I was close.
John Eric
Sartre.
Sullivan. I mean, I'm sure there's some sort of relationship there, but it's not like the thing with Eric John Sullivan is he was with Green Bay, starting in 2003, 2002.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he's got some sort of relationship with Hafley, but Hafley's been here for 2 years.
Yeah.
And maybe he doesn't have a relationship. Maybe he hires him there. I mean, that's not exactly an attractive job to me.
All right, let me give you another connection, though. Atlanta. Atlanta just hires Matt Ryan as president of the team. Where'd Matt Ryan go to school?
BC. But it's not like he coached him.
I'm just saying there's a connection.
That'd be like if we hired him to produce our show because he went to BC and you went to BC. Yeah, there's a loose connection, but how many times have you talked to Jeff Hafley?
You throw Al Harris out there to be the next defensive coordinator.
So that's interesting, Chu, because you're talking about how you don't want retreads. I guess I got to nail down what the retread definition is, because bringing guys back just because they have connections to Green Bay, I think you've been openly against that in the past. But you like Al Harris to be back in the green and gold? You'd like for him to be on their defensive staff?
I don't know if I want a first-time coordinator.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Now you got a needle to thread there, pal. Because you don't want a first-time coordinator, but you don't want a regurg.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know who's out there. I mean, you are rolling the dice with a first-time anything, right?
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
So, and
Goldilocks over here. This one's too young. This one's too old. I need one that's just right.
I know, but this team is Super Bowl worthy. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's the expectations, and that's what makes it interesting. If Hafley moves on, if they do indeed move on from their offensive coordinator, if they move on from their special teams coordinator, I would think that those would be sought after jobs, Drew, because you're going to have an opportunity to be on a competitive team that's going to the playoffs that has high expectations, and clearly I think coaches want to be a part of that. But B, Yeah, it's a needle to thread for the Packers of, it's a risk to take a guy who doesn't have any coordinated experience, but you also don't want a guy that's been around too long and isn't going to bring fresh, innovative ideas.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you guys have any inkling that Hafley's going to pull a Ben Johnson and return to the Packers?
No, I do not. I do not have any inkling that Hafley will pull a Ben Johnson, which now we are considering staying with the team that they are currently with to chase a ring.
I think that's especially hard for a defensive-minded guy, for a defensive coordinator going for a head coaching job. Because so many teams are looking for offensive coordinators, right? Like, if you're a defensive guy and you give them a reason not to hire, we can't hire that guy. We need the offensive-minded guy, right? Like the league's geared toward offense. They're always going to be looking for offensive-minded guys, which obviously Ben Johnson was. So I think if you're a defensive-minded head coach or defensive coordinator going for a head coaching gig, like you can't say no to people.
Yeah, you got to strike when the iron's hot.
I want to bring it back to what Gabe said at the start of this conversation, Chew, which was that this Harbaugh thing, if you're reading between the lines, if you're reading the tea leaves, the writing on the wall, John Harbaugh was absolutely very interested in the potential opening in Green Bay. There was no actual opening because it sounds like they are going to get a deal done with Matt LaFleur, but it sounds like he probably heard what we all heard from Wilde and from Rob Domofsky, et cetera, which was Packers are going to get this thing done with Matt LaFleur. So anybody out there who was holding out hope that maybe Matt LaFleur would be elsewhere or that he would be relieved of his duties in Green Bay, I'm not saying it still can't happen. It's just looking very, very unlikely. Gabe, what does your gut tell you is still the thing they're haggling over? What do you think?
I wish I knew. I wish I had an answer for you, Jen. Like, again, this just seems simple to me. Either he's your guy or he's not. If you're LaFleur, either they want you or they don't. Right? Like, I don't know what the holdup here is. It seems like it should be a relatively simple deal to get done. My guess is years, but
it's years.
So that's the thing that really jams me up, Chew, if I'm being honest, because Matt LaFleur has 1 year left on his deal, and Ed Policy went out there pretty early in the process and said, "We don't like lame duck. I don't like lame duck coordinators or coaches or whatever it is. I don't like that lame duck year." So trying to get this thing figured out. I got to be honest with you guys. Lame duck it out. Let him ride next year.
He won't do it, though.
Why? He's under contract. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy to me that they feel like they need to renegotiate this thing right now. I'd say, you know what? Change my tune on the old lame duck thing. Matt LaFleur, show me what you got. Show me what you got in 2026. And then make a decision on his future instead of signing him to a long-term extension. And then you're locked in with...
Do you want to? Okay, so do you want new coordinators this year? Do you want a new offensive coordinator, special teams coordinator?
You're going to have one.
You're going to have a defensive coordinator.
Good luck getting a good one. Because they're going to that's an unstable place. Their head coach, the guy who's going to be hiring me, has 1 year left on his deal.
Well, do you believe in Matt LaFleur's ability to turn it around and have a successful, by Green Bay standards, season in 2026?
But you're going to take that leap of faith?
You want the truth? You want the truth?
Yeah.
No, I think this is what it's. The hang-up is 5. LaFleur wants 5. Packers are offering 3. Because I'll tell you what, if he has the same season as last year, I will crawl up his ass and make a ham sandwich. He thought he thought it's hot now. He hasn't even seen hot. Okay, so if they give him a 5-year, right, at $50 million, and they fire him after next year, and I don't want to use cheap, but as frugal as the Packers, they want to eat $60 million of a contract? That's the haggle, you know? I mean, you think, all right, let me ask you, you think Ed Policy has utmost confidence in Matt LaFleur?
No.
I honestly, he obviously has he has more confidence than the rest of us.
He has some confidence, but utmost?
He's got, if he doesn't, then why are you re-signing him?
A lot of different things. I mean, maybe he looks at the landscape and goes, who else is better than Matt LaFleur? Or again, and that doesn't necessarily mean utmost confidence in Matt LaFleur. Those two things don't have to coexist, right? If you look at the landscape and say, I don't like anybody who's on the open market right now better than the guy that I have, it doesn't necessarily mean you're enamored with the guy you have. It just means from a competition standpoint, he's the best there is. Joshy, between 5 and 3, do you think that really is a sticking point? And how would you feel about Matt LaFleur being the Green Bay Packers coach locked up for another 5 years?
I certainly think the Packers are trying to give themselves outs because, one, regardless of whatever extension Matt LaFleur signs, he is tippity top of the hot seat scale. Going into next season, we are all going to look at it as if this guy doesn't get to an NFC championship game, and if he gets embarrassed, he probably still gets fired.
Hell, how about we win a playoff game?
Right,
for goodness
and
sakes?
that's the thing to me where this gets interesting because even a 5-year extension, does anyone believe Matt LaFleur is good to go? He's going to ride it out. 3 years, people really start asking questions because, like, well, now here's a 2-year limit. We don't know because we know the lame duck thing. Like, it all gets very confusing to me, and there's a lot of uncertainty even with an extension at this point.
And the roster is
which is easy. Like, learn lessons from other teams. If your coach is on the hot seat and you're debating if you should give him an extension or give him a young quarterback to work with or do whatever, okay, now it's time to move on.
Right.
Like, for an organization that used to pride themselves from moving on a year too early rather than a year too late, like, I don't know how we found ourselves in this situation.
Right. It feels like we're trying to figure out a half measure here.
And that doesn't work for anybody, man. Like, half measures rarely work out, especially for coaches. And that's why I don't want the lame duck. If you want him to come back in the lame duck, then you just fire him. Just fire him, because I cannot find an example in NFL history of a lame duck situation for a head coach.
But it feels like that ship has sailed. It feels like they have already said, we're not going to just fire him. We're going to work something out. I'm just a little surprised that you don't give this guy every opportunity to show that he can turn this thing around and then get to the end of the extension. Ed Policy painted himself in a corner when he said the thing about the lame duck. And I understand what you're saying about coordinators and, nobody wants to walk in and be like, what do you mean you only have 1 year left? What do you mean I might be removing my family, hiring the U-Hauls in 1 year? Nobody wants that. But it does also feel like they are not, to use your term, Chew. It was the CH, the CH, the CH. To use your term, Chew. I don't think that they're wholly. What was the term? Blast it. What was the term, Chew?
You lost me so much with the Chase thing.
Sorry. I know. God,
all right, since we're
America.
here, am I the only one who heard it, that Chewy got so fired up that the Boston came out?
I missed that.
Oh, you think the seat is hot? Just wait till next year. The seat is hot.
And then he said something about a ham sandwich. I didn't
He's crawling up his ass to get a ham sandwich. Just go eat a hot seat, kid.
Why are we making?
Yeah, because I think on the scale,
I don't know. Ask Chewy.
I think on the Jen, Gabe, and Chewy scale, we kind of been a 5. We're not asking for him to be fired, but we're realists. Dude, you're on the hot seat. And next year's roster is going to be different than this one, okay? And it could be tougher because you had your best offensive weapon coming off an ACL. And don't sit there and go, well, he's going to have an Adrian Peterson type year. Come on. And then you got your best defender coming off of an ACL, okay? We used an excuse for Rashawn Gary when he had it. Well, he's coming off his ACL. And then you have your left tackle, who I'm not sold on. You have Romeo Dobbs. Is he coming back or not? You have Quay Walker. Is he coming back or not? You have no first-round pick, and you got money issues. So his job next year is going to be harder than this year.
It does feel a little chaotic, and I think that's probably what is giving everybody agita right now. We got to get to Jason Wilde. He's coming up next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. He has some updates on where he believes this Matt LaFleur Green Bay Packers relationship is going. We'll get to that right after this on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Today is the day. Bucks fans, we've got a great deal for you. You buy $1 ticket, ESPN Milwaukee picks up the second one. It's today only. You just have to head over to bucks.com/ESPN. Bucks.com/ESPN. Score Bucks. Buy one, get one tickets for select upcoming home games. Seats starting as low as $20. And you can watch the Bucks take on the defending NBA champs like Oklahoma City, plus Dallas, Chicago, and more. Bucks.com/ESPN is where you can get those limited time Bucks tickets, but it is today only. Buy one, get one free Bucks tickets, complimentary of us here at ESPN Milwaukee. Bucks.com/ESPN to cash in today.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
Broken down vehicle westbound 94 at the stadium interchange. It is off on the right shoulder. So watch out for that. It is tightening up right past that scene all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound 94 backed up from 92nd Street all the way to Hawley Road. And that's pretty much it. I'm not seeing really anything else other than building volume. Traffic is brought to you by James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner, dedicated to helping businesses do business better. Visit jamesimaging.com. And check out the TMG4 Storm Team forecast. Today, partly cloudy skies. Snow moves in overnight. A high of 25. Tonight, snow showers likely, breezy, some freezing, rain possible, a low of 23. Weather's brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Another two-man scramble tournament is underway. Play the Kapalua Plantation course for a shot at cash prizes. Must play by January 31st. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
Here's the only question that counts. Everything else is crap. Will and policy be able to walk out on the field with Matt LaFleur as the head coach?
The best 60 minutes of your day happens on the Homer Hour.
It could get worse, but can you put that guy in charge of the team and give him an extension?
Weekday afternoons from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey Tom, I want a new hoop for the kids. Any ideas?
Yeah, I got mine from Precision Sports over 10 years ago. They helped me choose the right hoop, installed it, and even painted my court lines.
Nice. How do I reach them?
Easy. PrecisionSportsOnline.com for a free quote.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Ready, down, put.
All Packers, all the time.
He was a field-tilting player, and the reason why Gabe and many others are so concerned is that this guy's on the field, he changes the offensive dynamic. They are a different offense when he is there.
Okay, most of the time.
You know, Homer calls Matt LaFleur soft all the time. Matt LaFleur is like Vince Lombardi compared to me.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Jason Wilde is brought to you by Lakeland Supply. Lakeland Supply is in business to make your business better. Set up a free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com. Exterior Pros. Ready to tackle your home improvement project? Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Visit extpros.com. Also brought to you by Century Foods. Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
He is Jason Wilde. He joins Jen, Gabe, and Chewy 3 times a week, and we are so glad to have him on the show this morning to talk a little Matt LaFleur. Good morning, Jason. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're good. We're still obviously trying to figure out what's going on up at 1265. Is a LaFleur extension a foregone conclusion at this point?
I'm not going to go that far. I everything that I've heard is that it's trending that way, and that, that, I don't know, productive is a word I heard. again, I don't know what is taking so long, and I look forward to asking that question. I mean, they clearly have decided that they want him to be their coach, maybe at a number that they prefer or a number of years that they prefer in terms of the contract. But this is weird, right? Like this, he's under contract as the Packers coach. It's just a matter of finding the common ground on the extension, and yet there's this kind of vacuum, and we know what happens with vacuums. They get filled, well, usually with dust bunnies and stuff like that, but they get filled with speculation and what you're hearing and whatever else. And here we're sitting on Thursday, and we still don't really have a whole lot of clarity on where things stand, how much further it has to go, and why it's taking the time that it is.
Jason, since you mentioned the word weird, I'm going to ask you a weird question.
Hell yeah.
If he does come back, will it be uncomfortable for Tom Silverstein and Bill Huber to be in the media room when they both think he should have been fired?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I don't know, because and they're not the only ones that have staked out that position. Now, look, I didn't stake out my position based on if he comes back, I still want to be able to look him in the eye. That was not my theory at all. I mean, I just, despite how frustrated our fans get when I say this, I still think that he's a really good coach. I think he's flawed, like other coaches are. I think there are some changes that need to be made. I think there are some fresh ideas that need to be brought in. I think, and I don't know if you guys read this, and a bunch of people brought it to my attention on Twitter, but Justice Mosqueda wrote this lengthy piece where he clearly talked to some agents that represent
assistant
coaches. And we all knew that they were cheap, right? But when you put it into perspective and the number of years of experience and promote from within and everything else, once you see that, you're kind of like, okay, this is a wrinkle to why they are where they are, right? And I'm not going to speak for Spoon or for Bill. I would just say that my belief is that Matt LaFleur undeniably has to do a better job, but that there are a myriad of reasons why they have done what they have done the last 3 years. And remember Aaron Rodgers' frustrations, which, again, we can chalk up Aaron Rodgers' frustrations to him being self-centered or difficult or however you want, but that doesn't make him wrong.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Complicated fellow works.
Aaron being Aaron.
I've heard that. I've heard that complicated fellow thing. The laughter comes at the end of that. But this is the reason why I'm
in the audience.
Yeah, I was again. No, Howdy Doody, I think, is the children's character that we think of. But and this is again why I'm where I am. I just think there's so many other reasons beyond just the coach's mistakes, which he has made mistakes. I'm not absolving him, but my biggest frustration with the way fans have handled this and their frustration level with LaFleur, and I mean the vitriol is pretty strong. Bill Huber did a poll, by the way, that I retweeted yesterday. Like now, it brought into very sharp relief the fact that maybe I'm just being inundated with the loudest voices on social media and on our show, because the polling would indicate that most people are, despite the disappointment, they still want him to be the coach.
I've got it right here, Jason, from Bill Huber. Congratulations. You were hired as Packers president. What's your plan? The 4 options: fire LaFleur, fire Goody, fire both, keep both / pray for health. And keep both / pray for health 69.5% of 14,500 votes.
But hope is not a strategy. Hope that they're healthy. I hope that they're healthy as well. But I don't think that is a strategy that you should be employing going into 2026.
I don't think it's an excuse either. I just don't. I'm sorry. Players get hurt, you move on, you step up, you coach them up. San Francisco's an example of that. But Jason,
San Francisco, Chewy, last year, they lost a bunch of players last year. They won 5 games.
Gabe, I'm just not using it as an excuse.
I know, but
I'm just not. Jason, but could it be, and I'm not saying it, because I know this happens, coaches will not hire good coaches because they're threatened by them.
100%.
Okay? So you bring back Nathaniel Hackett, whose reputation around the league probably isn't the greatest right now, and the same goes for Luke Getsy. But you're not threatened by them. So what? I don't get it. I just don't get it. And I'm not saying that's the case, but I know that happens for a fact.
Sure. I don't think that's what this is, personally. I think Matt LaFleur is loyal to a fault. And I think it's actually the opposite. Like, I think he's blinded as to whether or not guys are really good coaches because he's loyal to them, right? Like, look, I hate doing this because Luke Getsy was a really good wide receivers coach. Talk to Devontae Adams about the value Luke Getsy brought to his growth as a player, right? But and we've all seen this, that there are coaches that get promoted one step beyond where they should be, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, Ray Rhodes, great example, right? I mean, he did win NFL Coach of the Year in like 1995 or whatever it was with the Eagles. But like, I agree with your premise, but I don't think it's, I'm going to bring in Getsy because his reputation is in tatters, so he's not a threat. I think it's more like he's just so loyal. And my argument, again, I don't love advocating for this because then it means other people get fired in order for this to happen. But the two guys that have both been head coaches that are on the market now, and I don't, there's 9 openings or 8 if Harbaugh's official by today. Like, I want to see him, if he really is loyal and he really wants people that he knows that he's tight with, I want him to bring Mike McDaniel in to be his offensive coordinator and Raheem Morris, if and when Jeff Hafley leaves, to be his defensive coordinator. Both have been head coaches. Both can be resources for him. Heck, you could actually allow Mike McDaniel to call the plays so you can be a little bit more on top of the big picture things. And you could both be loyal to two guys that you're close with and also bring in guys that are going to bring some fresh ideas and have a bunch of experience that can help you be better. Now, again, I don't know if either of those guys are going to be available. And the longer this is one of the reasons why this dragging out I kind of struggle with, because the longer this goes, the more difficult it becomes to find people. Like as these openings get filled for head coaches, then what's going to happen? Those guys are all going to fill their staffs. Mm-hmm. And you haven't even made any changes that you might be contemplating to your current staff because you don't know for certain yet if you're going to be the coach here. Jason. So, I just don't – I don't think – whatever the holdups are, I think they are causing trickle-down issues that go beyond that.
Jason, if he does sign, is he on the hot seat next year? And as a matter of principle, should you be signing a coach on the hot seat to an extension?
Look, I will just say this, and I look forward to talking to Ed Policy at some point here, since beyond exchanging pleasantries and him saying to me in the press box in Chicago on Saturday, wow, this game about the Rams game against Carolina, we haven't talked to him since the end of the offseason program. I think it's a great question. But I would argue this: if this ends up happening the way it's trending, and they give him I don't know how long it'll be, how many years. For me, my gut tells me like 2 additional years, which puts him under contract for 26, 27, and 28, but doesn't guarantee anything other than money, right? Like if things go south next year, they could fire him and eat those last 2 years that they just extended him with, kind of like Aaron Rodgers being traded. But I think Packers fans, as hard as this is going to be to hear, I think you should feel really good about your team president that he ignored the loud portion of the fan base and didn't do what they wanted if he ends up staying as the coach, right? I don't want somebody who is going to listen to Joe on a bar stool or Jeff in Greenfield calling into Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. I want a guy who's going to do what he believes is best for the organization. And if he thinks that's Matt LaFleur being the coach, then I don't want him to give a damn what the fans think. Now, don't get me wrong. The fans could be right. They could be right about Matt LaFleur. All the people that want him fired could be right. But again, I don't want him making decisions based on what the fans are clamoring for.
There's two things I will say to that, Jason. One, I still think that there is an option if Ed Policy hadn't painted himself in the corner where you just let Matt LaFleur coach on this last year of his contract and say, hey, it's a put up or shut up year for you, man. And again, I understand that he doesn't like the lame duck. I just feel like that the way that the season ended on that 5-game losing streak, maybe you pivot off of that. And second of all, I know you talked about Matt LaFleur could always get fired if things go sideways. The extension really means bupkis. But as we just talked about with that Justice Mosqueda article, this team, this organization has a reputation of not wanting to piss money away. And so that would be my only thing where, like, are they really going to then fire Matt LaFleur and eat the money that would be remaining on his deal?
Yeah, again, I would say that these are all things that are based on the last 17 years of the previous presidential administration, though, right? Like, yeah. Don't tell me if I'm wrong, but like, I don't think that was the reputation when Bob Harlan was the team president, right? It was during the Murphy administration. And so Ed Policy, Justice's story is great, and maybe that's a conversation that's actually occurred within the walls of 1265 Lombardi Avenue from Ed Policy's perspective of, all right, we can't keep doing this. We're missing out on really good coaches by doing this. We have the money. We won't get private equity money, which is the boogeyman that everybody's afraid of. But we've got a huge war chest, and hey, we can have another stock sale if we have to. Like, I think it's important to use the line from Coach Beard in Ted Lasso. Every person is a different person. And just because things were one way with Mark Murphy does not mean they will continue to be that way with Ed Policy.
If you haven't gotten a chance to read that Justin Mosqueda article on Acme Packers Network, is that what it is, right? Acme
Packing Company.
Packing Company, thank you. My favorite line, and I pulled this out last night and sent it to the guys, Jason, was, offensively, the coach who has the most on-field experience outside of Green Bay is running backs coach Ben Sermons, who spent 4 years with the St. Louis Rams before joining Mike McCarthy's staff in 2016. Ben's
been here a long time.
Rams. The Rams haven't been in St. Louis in what? A decade?
Pretty close, getting close to it, yeah.
Jason, we appreciate you hanging out with us this morning. Have a great one. We'll talk to you again soon.
In fairness to Ben Sermons, he has developed a lot of pretty good running backs, including helping Aaron Jones become a really good running back.
Yeah, I don't want him taking strays. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys, take care. Be good.
That's Jason Wilde. You can hear him on Wilde and Tausch right after Jen, Gabe, and Chewy each and every weekday morning here on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee. Something exciting is happening at St. Kate, the Arts Hotel. It's on the second floor. It's the studio, kitchen, and cocktails. Bold flavors, fresh sushi, seasonal entrees, and cocktails crafted with care. You can start your day with breakfast that fuels you, stop in for dinner that sparks conversation, or linger late into the evening with drinks designed to inspire. Flavors and drinks for every mood. It's the perfect place to gather, celebrate, and connect. Be boldly social at the studio. The studio, kitchen, and cocktails is now on the second floor at St. Kate, the Arts Hotel.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
We've got delays westbound on 94 from about 27th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound's got backups from 92nd Street to Holly Road, and then again coming out of the stadium interchange. On the bypass, heading westbound's backing up a bit right past 35th Street on the eastbound side from 92nd Street past 76th, and again past Loomis. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy skies. Snow moves in tonight with a high of 25. Tonight, snow showers likely, breezy, some freezing rain possible, a low of 23. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Kick off the new year with a smarter home and bigger savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. New windows to lock in the warmth, durable roofing, eye-catching siding, or a stunning bath makeover. Start the year off right and get $3,000 off your project. That's right, $3,000 back in your pocket during our New Year savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. This deal won't last all winter. Exterior Pros and Baths. New year, new home, done right.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HAWK to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HAWK to 321-321. That's HAWK to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check Kirk Herbstreit's pregame analysis first, before talking to your brother-in-law.
In this game, the key thing to watch will be the offensive line versus their front seven. If they can get pressure without blitzing, this could be a long night.
Okay, Kirk.
I know stuff.
Ooh, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Wisconsin is still cattle country, and that's why Bunzel's chose to stay close to home to hand select the finest beef. Quality goes into everything they do, from Bunzel's expansive array of meats, homemade specialty sausages, and their award-winning beef jerky. It just isn't a proper holiday meal without Bunzel's top-quality cuts on the dinner table. Tasting is believing. Visit Bunzel's at 90th and Burleigh or bunzels.com.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Look, you take Jesus and the presents out, and it's not even in the top 10.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if you take sex out of the anniversary, then that's not that fun either.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Make plans. Stop by Bunzel's, 90th and Burleigh in Milwaukee. And this week, check out these in-store specials. Again, I love going to Bunzel's. It is the place I need to go. It is the premier, to me, meat market in Milwaukee. London broil roast are just $14.99 a pound. Baby back pork ribs, $6.89 a pound. Fresh homemade Italian sausages with 3 cheeses and bell peppers, $6.89 a pound. Steakhouse marinated pork chops, just $5.99 a pound. I'm a big fan. Recommend you stop in at Bunzel's. You can also check out their monthly meat deal and check out everything they've got going on at Bunzel's, 90th and Burleigh. See the weekly specials at bunzels.com.
It is not very shocking considering the uncertainty surrounding the Green Bay Packers head coaching position that everyone is talking about Matt LaFleur and the green and gold. And that includes Mina Kimes and Dominique Foxworth, who were debating and discussing whether or not the Packers should move on from the head coach who's been there since 2019. Take a listen to what Mina and Dominique had to say when they were chatting about this week.
My takeaway was Matt LaFleur has demonstrated himself to be the type of guy that other people want. Like, he is the kind of the model of what everyone's looking for. Like, he revived the end of Aaron Rodgers' career, which, like, maybe that wasn't him at all, but he was there, and Aaron Rodgers was struggling, and all of a sudden he wins 2 MVPs. He ushers in the transition to Jordan Love, who I thought was incredible in this game.
So good in this game.
Matt LaFleur is responsible for that. It feels like the things that you want to fix are things that can easily be kind of addressed or coached around or compensated for on the staff, because you have what feels like the brass ring when it comes to hiring a coach is
the play caller.
A play caller who is also on the same page with your quarterback. So, like, all this other stuff, we can get to it, we can figure it out, we can address it.
They obviously got to deal with special teams, but you got a play caller who, even with all the injuries this year, this offense finished like 4th in EPA per play and 6th in DVOA, despite like not having their quarterback and losing their best skill player early, and like offensive line. Like, you're not going to get that again. You're just not, like you said, you're giving up the thing that everybody wants, which is stability at play caller. He's good at it.
So I do agree with the sentiment that there is value in stability with Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur. And if you want to continue to see growth in Jordan Love, there is certainly value in the continuity that Matt LaFleur brings. But is it easy to fix the things that have plagued Matt LaFleur? Is it easy to fix a lack of in-game adjustments? Is it easy to fix predictable play calling, slow decision-making in critical moments, poor special teams coordination, and then an overall underperformance, right? We've said his teams have underperformed. How many years do you want to go back, guys?
I would say out of the 7, there's at least 4 where he's underperformed.
Yeah, conservatively underperformed in 4.
Here's my thing about
I
Aaron
think it's
Rodgers.
just 4.
Here's my thing about Aaron Rodgers, right, and what he said. You can't say that now when you were here in the moment disparaging the guy left and right. Okay? That to me sounds like suck-up mode. I'm trying to get in the good graces of Green Bay because I'm going to be coming back there soon. Rodgers disparaged him, and we could go through every time. Didn't respect him. Motions are stupid. Buffalo, what a dumb offensive plan. Am I right? Am I missing something
The Buffalo thing was McCarthy, but
that was McCarthy.
And then that's what led to McCarthy.
But do you actually, when Rodgers was here, you think he respected Matt LaFleur?
I think there's a perfectly simple explanation, Chew, for why Rodgers is throwing support behind Matt LaFleur, and that is he has had enough distance between then and now to see that the grass isn't always greener on the other side. I think he knows now, having been in New York, having been in Pittsburgh, that he had it pretty damn good.
Devontae said as much just recently with Kay Adams.
That's my interpretation of what Rodgers said the other day in endorsement of Matt LaFleur. But before I continue on that, Chew, I do want to know the things that I mentioned, are those easy to fix? Because my point would be, if they're easy to fix, why haven't they fixed them? Why do they keep cropping up?
Yeah, you know what you bring in, Jen? And Jason talked about it with Luke Getsy. Oh, he's a great receiver. Yeah, great. You know, great. We need that, but you know what else we need, and we need probably more than anything, is an ideas coach. Bring the ideas, right? I don't think Hackett and Getsy are bringing them ideas because their ideas failed miserably where they were at, right? So you got to bring in new blood, and we were talking about it yesterday. I forget who brought it up, but it's like, dude, you're a little stale. You know, you're a little stale.
I mean, Hackett wasn't even working with the offense. Hackett was working like a specially defensive guy, and he wasn't even around. I mean, he was around in training camp, and then he came back for the postseason.
Which is why we saw him 7 times behind Jeff Hafley's shoulder in the booth every time they cut during that game against the Bears.
So I don't know how much he was helping on the offensive side, but I guess also, Chew, like with the preponderance of evidence that is now out there, Could they afford an ideas guy?
Well, I mean,
would they be allowed to afford an ideas guy?
Let me throw one more thing out there to the ideas guy point. Could Ed Policy be saying, we want you here, Matt. Think you're a good coach? We like the continuity with Jordan Love. We think we can continue to build something to ultimately achieve our goals here. But we want you to give up play calling. We want you to bring in, listen, hear me out. We want you to bring in an offensive coordinator. You handle the big picture stuff. You handle the game management stuff. It seems as though you've been distracted. You're probably distracted by your play calling sheet. And so you're using timeouts willy-nilly, or you're not aware of whatever it is that has sort of plagued Matt LaFleur. Is there any chance that Matt LaFleur would acquesce and say, deal?
That would be... I would have lots of questions about Ed Policy if he was doing that, because that's the one good thing that LaFleur is good at, is calling plays. Like, it's the one thing that he's respected at. I mean, we just heard Mina and Dominique talking about how good of a play caller he is, and he's respected around the league for being a great play caller. It's the other stuff.
But I can make the argument that him calling plays is distracting him from the game management that has led to some of these issues the team has had.
But then, like, taking away the thing he's good at doesn't seem to be the solution to the problem.
Yeah, but he does still have issues, even though he's a good play caller. And I saw an article, not to pat myself on the back, but said
here we go.
Exactly what I
said.
Real
or not?
First of all, he said he saw an article.
Yeah, he didn't read the article.
Thank you. Okay,
There's a difference. You got to parse the words there.
Exactly right.
It's Bleacher Report where the guy said, and he talked to an NFL exec. He's like, why, when you're up by 7? Why wouldn't you go to a short passing game, just move the chains? Even if you don't score, you're gobbling up the clock. Caleb Williams is at his worst when he's a drop-back passer. Why wouldn't you go to that instead of these intermediate routes where you have no underneath to move the chains? It's just, that's where he needs help, you know? That's where he needs help because he does get overloaded, and I don't know if he's a micromanager and he doesn't listen to anybody, but... Look, and don't get me wrong, Holmgren had specifically one guy, maybe a couple guys, on his staff, and I'm not going to name names because he was a buddy. He was a buddy.
All right, he's a buddy. Let me pull up the staff list.
No, I'm not going to say who it is, but he's a buddy. But we had enough good assistants around this that Mike listened to overpower that, you know? You can't do it all yourself. You can't. There's just too much, and that's why you see so many screws. It's just sometimes, man, you got to listen to the people around you.
I think the obvious thing to the Matt LaFleur and game management stuff is hiring an actual assistant head coach or associate head coach that is going to make the right decisions and do the right things. I think we've all decided.
As opposed to I was going to say the word "actual" is doing a lot of work there in that statement you just made, Josh.
Yeah, somebody who's an expert in that stuff and all the finer things. So Matt LaFleur can bury his head in his play sheet, do the things he does well, and have somebody who he defers to. It's simple. Where do I take my time out? Now? Later? Do I do it now?
Yes.
Or what?
Yes.
How do I get out of this situation? How do I run these plays? Do I spike it here? Do I hurry up and run it, or do I actually use my timeout? Because that stuff was all wrong. And the one thing I've noticed largely from the national media, everyone focuses on the play calling, and I don't think any of us have denied the Packers' offense and Matt LaFleur's ability to structure an offense, get them going. But everyone yada, yada, yada's the biggest part of being a head coach. Well, yes, he doesn't know when to use his timeouts. And yes, it was a really bad decision to call that timeout when they did. And yes, he sort of lost track of things. It's like, that's part of the job. We keep just rolling over that.
I know. And you know what, Joshy, the crazy thing is they used to beat the hell out of McCarthy for it.
Right.
They used to beat the hell out of McCarthy for it, and this guy gets a pass.
It's not a used to. Still do.
Right.
Yeah,
Dude's
I know.
not coaching in the league, and they still do.
And let me tell you what. When I play, guys, there are 5-6 yard routes that they can't stop. I'm sorry. We could run them till the cows came home. You can't stop it, okay? And that's all I'm saying. Where are those routes when it's time to make those kind of calls in a game? The routes, I'm sorry, you can't stop it.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
But I guess the other thing is, like, if you're contemplating taking away the best thing that Matt LaFleur does, like, again,
then he refuses the extension.
Yeah.
Then
that's what I'm saying.
Now I'm a free agent head coach, and I'm going to get paid everything I want and everything. They're going to give me what I want.
And that's what I want to ask you guys. Could there be a press conference where it's like, we've decided to go in different directions. We can't come to an agreement.
It seems like that is still on the table, Chew. Like, firing is not on the table, but mutually parting ways feels like it could be.
Because I bet LaFleur knows he could get on the open market close to a Harbaugh deal.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes.
I bet he knows that.
Yeah.
Am I right? Jen, you're looking kind of funny.
Yeah, let me work through that because my gut is saying no.
Like, I know a team
I'm going to work through it during the break. My gut is saying no.
Yeah.
I think Matt LaFleur, I got to be honest with you guys, there's a part of me that thinks Matt LaFleur is shaking in his boots.
Really?
No. He's got a position of power. You develop quarterbacks the way that he's developed quarterbacks, everybody wants that.
Sure, but I don't think he wants to leave. I think he likes
I would agree.
Well, yeah, because you have to restart. Like, you've got a team that you think can get there, but if you're not respected here.
I think, again, that's why I said I want to suss this out. But I think that, yes, he's going to present from a position of power. I think behind closed doors, behind the scenes, Matt LaFleur wants very badly to stay in Green Bay, and he may present a position of leverage, but I think he's shaken. I think he wants to stay in Green Bay, and he's not sure that is going to happen based on whatever negotiations are continuing to take place. But again, I want to work through it during the break and see if I can land on exactly why I feel that way. That's just a gut reaction. We'll take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Still a lot of stuff to get to in the second hour of the show. We have enjoyed having Professional Construction Inc. help with our home projects. My husband and I are not the most handy people, but we always rely on PCI when something crops up at our home. And you should do the same. If you've got a remodeling project, a home addition, or maybe you're thinking about building a new home, PCI's team is here for you. And brand new, guys, they've got this virtual interior design program. You take a picture of your place, they can do all of these cool photorealistic renderings, a mood board, a curated shopping list, and it is all delivered directly to you. Learn more at professionalconstructioninc.com. That's professionalconstructioninc.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
When a trophy is raised, it can feel like the season's over, but on the ESPN app, it never really is. Because with more than 47,000 live events, plus originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into. No off-season, just everything a fan needs to keep going. Always in season, get all of ESPN all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your TV or phone today.
St. Anne's Center for Intergenerational Care switched from a previous vendor to business technology from James Imaging Systems. Why? CFO Sally Parente.
The service, the value, and the ease with which we can just keep using their service and not having any big headaches. It's not just all about the money. We're getting value here as well.
Robert Prang, CIO at Tri-City National Bank, likes the fact that James Imaging is local.
So being able to work with a local company like James that has that flexibility with their staff and being able to deliver for us has given us the ability to make the right decisions for our organization.
And Junior Achievement of Wisconsin VP of Enterprise Services, Lori Salzman, had this advice for others.
If anybody is looking for a good partner that is there to help find solutions, call James Imaging.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Visit jamesimaging.com.
So the body knows that it needs to heal itself, but it doesn't know how to concentrate it and target it into just one area. So that's where we come in.
By we, Dr. Ashley Caravelli means the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, QC Kinetics.
We put in those treatments, then it sends out like little signalers to your body. We're able to make the body focus on the areas that need the most healing.
QC Kinetics has gathered brilliant medical minds like Dr. Caravelli and Dr. Mitchell Shinecup. a pioneer in the field of regenerative medicine, to lead the way in these innovative pain treatments.
So at QC Kinetics, we have a whole team working nationwide with cutting-edge research to reach our patients and treat them and know that surgery is no longer their only option.
The consultation is free. Find out if you're a candidate. Call QC Kinetics today.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like rugs. People say a rug would really bring the room together. And sure, you don't know what that means, but it sounds important. Suddenly you're using words like jute and sisal. Then you see the price and lose it, because how can the thing you walk and spill on cost so much? So you devote your life to taking down Big Rug. But then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds. So, looks like Big Rug is safe. For now. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Excuse me. Hold on. Getting choked up over it. So, hold on. Give me a moment.
On 94.5 ESPN.
As much as I complain about the number of apps on my phone, I'll tell you the one I can't live without, and it's the ESPN app. Because while I'm bopping around on YouTube TV and watching my games, I love the comprehensive scores, the box scores, the analysis that you get on the ESPN app. And guys, there's something going on all the time. Look, college football season is about to wrap up, but that doesn't mean we're going to dive right into tennis and some of the other things that we're all paying attention to. Are you a hockey fan? Hockey, of course, is covered exhaustively on the ESPN app, always in season. You can get all of ESPN all in one place if you download the ESPN app on your TV or phone today. We put it on the poll. It's on the YouTube stream. Remember, you can always stream the show on YouTube. It's ESPN Milwaukee. Look for Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Is it a mistake for the Green Bay Packers to extend Matt LaFleur? All signs point to that being the case, that they are going to extend him. Do you think that is a mistake? And look, we said this earlier this week. I want to make sure we are clear on this. None of us dislike Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur has done a good job. In my opinion, it hasn't been good enough, especially when Green Bay holds itself to a higher standard, when Green Bay and the Packers expect titles in Titletown. And it doesn't even have to be a Super Bowl title, right? Would I love one? Absolutely. Would I love an NFC Championship title? Yes. Right now, I'd settle for a division title. Can you win the North? Can Matt LaFleur, if given this extension, put together some seasons where Green Bay is back atop the NFC North? Gabe?
I think he can. Again, a lot of other changes I think have to happen within the staff, and I think it's certainly possible. I think that is something that they were in position to do before the Micah Parsons injury. And that's, you can say it's an excuse, Chew, but that's just the reality. They were in position until that Micah Parsons injury, which is a tough one.
Does that make you top heavy, though, defensively?
Yeah.
One guy causes a complete downfall. I mean,
but that's every team on offense too. One guy will, cause a complete. Most teams, if your quarterback gets injured, you ain't winning a championship.
I mean, you know what game I'm really going to eyeball? Not that I give two rips about it, but the game. If San Francisco beats Seattle without Bosa, without Warner, and without Kittle, I'm going to have a lot of questions. A lot of questions. I mean, because I don't care what you say. Losing 5 games at the end of the season for this franchise is gross.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's gross.
Yep.
There's no other way to put it. So I will be eyeballing that game.
I want to go down the list very quickly, Chew, about the openings in the NFL. And we were just talking about Matt LaFleur, and I was saying there's something in my gut as I assess and kind of take in all of the data that says I think Matt LaFleur is shaking in his boots at the possibility of having to leave Green Bay. If these negotiations were to break down, if he didn't get theoretically what he wanted, The Baltimore Ravens. Is that a better job than the Green Bay Packers, Chew?
It's a push. I'd say a push.
Okay. Atlanta Falcons.
Green Bay's better.
Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, by far.
Arizona Cardinals.
By far.
Tennessee Titans.
I wouldn't say by far because Cam Ward did show flashes of being a pretty good quarterback. It's going to take some work. It's going to take some being patient, but it's not as good as Green Bay.
And look, that's what a lot of this is going to come down to is the relationship and the situation that they have at quarterback. Cleveland Browns. Moving on. Miami Dolphins.
You can kind of move on there, too.
So if you're Matt LaFleur, and let's say you are doing your due diligence and you're thinking, hey, look, negotiations might break down in Green Bay. Where are some other places that I could see myself having a lot of success, having more success than I've had in Green Bay? Go ahead, Chew.
Pittsburgh would be a spot, too.
Pittsburgh would be a spot. Now, again, that goes back to, we had talked about this before. Jason said every person is a different person. Do they still want to go defensive-minded? That has been their bread and butter. That is the way that they have gone. That is the way they have had relative success. Would they go defense because that's all they know in Pittsburgh? I don't know.
Defensive-minded coach in their 30s. It's literally all they've hired for 50 years.
So when I rattle off that list of the opening positions in the NFL, Gabe, how many feel to you like, if put yourself in Matt LaFleur's shoes, how many legitimately feel like potential upgrades to where you are currently?
Yeah, I mean, the only one I think you could make the case for is Baltimore because they've got a 2-time MVP. They've got Lamar, right? And that's the case that you would make. I mean, there are plenty of places I think he can go and have success. I think he can go to Miami, bring Malik with him, and they can win some games in that division, certainly, down in Miami. Pittsburgh, like, the thing about Pittsburgh
I would love to see him and Vrabel go head-to-head twice a year, by the way.
The thing about Pittsburgh is you're going to get a long opportunity. They're going to give you a long leash. Like, that's going to be an organization that's going to be patient, and they need to bottom out a little bit, too, before they start bouncing back up. So if you go there, yeah, there are going to be some rough years, but I think you're going to be pretty safe as they try to rebuild the tradition.
But don't discount the fact that coaches like money. They really like money. They love money.
Again, not exclusive to coaches.
I was about to say, that feels like an everybody thing.
They
I could be wrong.
love money.
Maybe like what he said. It's a mob thing that you don't sleep with your friend's wife. Remember that? We were like, whoa, not just the mob.
Just a quick straw poll. I understand small sample size. Josh, do you like money?
Sure do.
Jen, do you like money?
Absolutely.
I like money. Big guy, do you like money?
I'm not allowed to use it anymore.
Well, ask your wife. Ask your wife if she likes money.
I can't use it anymore. Those privileges have been taken away.
Why have they been taken away again?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm saying here is Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh would be much more patient with LaFleur than Baltimore would.
Yes, because Pittsburgh is obviously on a rebuild. Like they've got to go through a lot. Where Baltimore, the expectations. Baltimore, you're going into a similar spot as you are in Green Bay in terms of expectations.
Yes. I just don't think people talk about this enough, and this will be the last point we have before we take a break. When you go into a negotiation and you bring leverage to the table, the goal sometimes, not always, but sometimes, is to make the person that you're currently working with come up in their offer or give you a little bit more of what you want. Because it's like, oh, look at all these other places that are potentially interested in my services, right? But oftentimes, guys, it's a bluff. It's a bluff to you want to stay. You like the consistency. You like where you are. You just want to make a little more money. Or maybe in Matt LaFleur's case, hypothetically speaking, you want more money to hire the assistants that you actually want as opposed to the ones that they force on you. Whatever it is. So there's a part of me that thinks that Matt LaFleur is coming from that position of, dude wants to stay in Green Bay. He wants to stay in Green Bay real bad. And he doesn't want it to get to the point where they cannot come to terms because he really doesn't want to leave.
And Jen, kids have a big to-do with that as well.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
His kids are
young.
I guess they're probably 10, 12.
School?
Yeah, they like that stability. The kids don't want to move. They've been here 7 years. They got their friends, and that plays. Because I remember Mike. That was a big hang-up with Mike because his family lived in Green Bay. They were from Green Bay, and I mean, he would have loved to stay.
And look, here's something you can identify with, Chew. A lot of times, guess who's pushing that? The wives.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
I talk to Dan Lanning all the time. Dan Lanning was a guy whose name was coming up every single coaching cycle. You leave in Oregon, you leave in Oregon, you leave in Oregon. His wife finally said, enough. We got 3 boys in middle school, junior high, and high school. They ain't leaving. We ain't leaving. And Dan Lanning is locked in now, man. And he has said that he's been on the record and said, we're going to be here until my kids are out of school.
Yeah. Plus, you got Nike money out there. Like, it's a pretty good spot. Yeah, Phil
Maybe
Knight.
he doesn't like money.
Dan Lanning doesn't like money.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't like money.
Come on.
All right, so 4 out of 5 people that we've talked about like money. Like 4 out of 5 dentists recommend.
Yes. We'll take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Still a lot of stuff to get to this morning. Stick around.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
894 southbound in the Hale interchange on the ramp to get onto eastbound. The left shoulder is blocked with a crash, so that's going to tie things up a bit. We do still have delays continuing past that all the way to Loomis. We've also got some debris in the roadway northbound on 94 at College Avenue. They may have to close off some lanes. Looks like it might be a tire. Hard to tell, though. Northbound 4394 backing up around the Plainfield curve up past Oklahoma Avenue. More delays from Beecher to the high-rise bridge. Southbound on 43 slowing from Hampton down to Locust. Traffic is brought to you by Glenroy. Now hiring as the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy skies. Snow moves in tonight, a high of 25. Tonight, snow showers likely breezy, some freezing rain possible, a low of 23. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Brewers mini ticket plans for the 2026 season are available now with 6-game, 12-game, and build your own plan options. You can pick or build the best plan for your schedule, whether you're gearing up for tailgates under the sun, the thrill of the home runs, or the eruptions of walk-off wins. Brewers mini plans have you covered for the 2026 season with specially discounted ticket rates and more exclusive perks in each plan. Check out all the mini plan options available for 2026 now at brewers.com/ticket plans.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
Can I interest you in a different opinion about what Ben Johnson did after the Bears beat the Packers? Now, I know if you're a Packers fan, you thought it was in extremely poor taste, and it rubbed you the wrong way. Chewy, what's your thought on Ben Johnson? You've been pretty vocal about it in the last few days.
He's a dweeb. I mean, a great coach, but a dweeb. He's Willie Joe High School. And the handshake I thought was so weak. It immediately brought me back to Jim Harbaugh and Schwartz in Detroit. It's just, just total douchiness. Not a fan.
Okay.
But I love how it's going to sparkle rivalry here. But I think it's great for the game.
Terrific. So that's
Yes.
the point that I was going to make. We talk all the time about how, college football is better when Texas is a contender and USC is a contender and all of these types of things. The NFL is better when the Bears and the Packers genuinely hate each other and both teams are good. Both teams have a shot at making a run. And here, hold on. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just like you're saying that the NFL's better when I don't know if we've ever had an example of that. When was the last time those both teams were good? The 50s? Honestly,
both
it's
at
just
the same time.
It's wild. Yeah, and obviously there were moments where the Bears went to a Super Bowl. What was that? 2006.
06?
Yeah, 2006. I want to say when they went and lost to the Indianapolis Colts
Sexy
with
Rexy
Sexy
Chew?
Rexy.
There it is.
So I mean the Bears popped up every once in a while there, but it's not like they were consistently good there. right? Like Rex Grossman was your quarterback. Like they popped up, and every once in a while you have a good season. But in terms of like longevity, like the Bears were really good in the 70s and 80s. Packers stunk. Packers were good in, since that time and have overtaken the rivalry. Like I don't know if there's enough evidence to say that, when both these teams are good, it's great. Because it just doesn't exist.
Speaking of guys who are great, SVP and Scott Van Pelt and Stanford Steve do a pod, the SV pod. They were talking about the Bears-Packers rivalry and the way that Ben Johnson conducted himself. Take a listen to their take on how this all should shake out.
What Ben Johnson has effectively done is said, from this point moving forward, me? You. This is what we're doing. You hate us? We'll meet that as long as you're there. We cannot beat you by enough ever. You want to throw out civility and how you're going to act on a handshake for 10 seconds? We can do that too, as long as you're there. And so to be screaming in LaFleur's face as you're doing the blow-by handshake, then screaming F you, whatever else, all I'm saying is, I, as a neutral observer, that's fine by me. But if I'm the Packers, okay, buddy, you've won nothing in your life to be acting like this, but this is what you want to do? You got it. Famously, years ago, Ohio State beat Michigan. Woody Hayes went for 2, up by a lot. Why'd you go for 2? Because they wouldn't let me go for 3. That's my mentality if I'm the Packers.
The problem is Matt LaFleur looks like he's a call my lawyer guy. That's the problem. Oh, you're going to do that? I'm going to call my lawyer and sue you. Dude, punch him right in the chin. Or hire someone that will. That's my point.
This feels like a time we should say Jen, Gabe, and Chewy does not endorse that type of behavior. Violence is never the answer. No, seriously, though. I guess my only concern with it, and I love it, I love this idea of, what did we say the other day? You punch me, I'll punch you back, or you, whatever it was. I like the idea of there being feist behind this rivalry. My question is, can the Packers back it up? If Matt LaFleur is still the head coach and we still know that he has these challenges, these issues, the game management, the timeouts, which is game management, I know, like, can he put together a team that can go punch the Bears in the face, punch them in the throat?
Mm-hmm. If what we saw the past 2 games wasn't enough to do that, I don't know what you need, Matt. I mean, bleep the Packers. I hate those guys.
You've got the horses to do it. You've dominated like in the first half. Like obviously you can. These games have been close. It's not like they were the ones doing the blowing out. No, you've got a team that can go and punch back. You won the first game, for crying out loud. Like, you should have the horses with all the issues that you have to be able to punch back.
Let me ask you this: if the Bears get blown out by the Rams, which I hope they do, should Matt LaFleur pop off?
No.
Why? This isn't golf, Gabe. This is not golf.
No, but like the problem with popping off, and again, I feel like Cubs fans did this after the Brewers lost to the Dodgers in the NLCS. The problem is if you start popping off, and man, I can't believe you guys lost. You lost to us. Like the problem is LaFleur lost to Ben Johnson. You can't pop off. Like you lost to that guy.
I got to be honest with you guys. There is a portion of the fan base that recognizes that the Packers started it. Aaron Rodgers running down the field after scoring touchdowns going, I own you, I've always owned you. People putting on the Wikipedia page, Aaron Rodgers, Bears owner. Like all of that stuff, that was fuel to the fire, right? You could make the argument that Ben Johnson is just returning that serve.
And I loved it. Did you guys love when Rodgers? I loved when he did that. How about Bakhtiari?
The middle finger?
Yes. Yes. You're supposed to hate your rival. I hate the Bears. I can't stand them. I think they're frauds. The fact that they've gone as far as they have is just like you got a horseshoe up your keister. Like, come on, lose already.
The problem is we lost to that team, so you can't really pop off to them. Like, oh, it must be embarrassing to lose in that round. You know what's even more embarrassing? Losing in the round previous. Tough. It's tough.
And to your point, the way that they lost was so embarrassing.
Tough.
It wasn't just like, you lost the game, the end. It was you.
Yeah, it's not like it was a back and forth game. No,
crap down your leg in the second half.
Filled your shorts.
Let Caleb Williams run all over the place, complete pass after pass to the tune of, what was that stat, guys, that's been rolling around that the Bears didn't lead for a single moment of the
Nope.
game.
Don't want to revisit it.
In the 2 victories.
If you want to do your own research, go ahead.
Go ahead, Joshy.
I believe it was in the 2 victories they
Josh.
played with no had a lead for like 6 snaps.
What are you doing, Josh?
But
What side are you on
We're
here?
just trying to defend the point of it was an embarrassing performance by the Green Bay Packers, and yet it does feel like it's on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah.
Things are full steam ahead when it comes to the hatred of the rivalry.
It kind of also feels like to me that even if Matt LaFleur is not the head coach, if they do, hey, we didn't come to terms, like Ben Johnson's still going to hate the Packers. Like that's what it seems like he has decided that
So
as long
hate
as he
him
is in
back.
Chicago,
Yeah.
he is going to hate the Green Bay Packers, which I'm fine with. So, if whether it's Matt LaFleur or not, I think the rivalry's on going forward no matter what.
Like, did you like what McKinney said? I thought that was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you tip your hat. You're a good coach, but you're a troll. You're a troll. Willie Joe High School. That's what we call him. I would address him as Willie Joe from now on. I wouldn't even call him by his first name.
But I got to be honest, Chew, the troll part doesn't sting as much when you attach but you're also a really good coach. Like, really good at your job. I just want to say that. Like, I hate you, and you're a troll, but good job. Like, tip of the cap, man. It waters it down just a smidge if we're being honest.
Yeah, it does.
Got to take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy because we got Top 8 at 8 coming up next, where we, the collective, always dominate.
Navigating today's complex market takes more than just a bank. It takes a strategic partner. At Fifth Third Bank, we help businesses manage risk and solve financial challenges with industry-specific expertise and local decision-making. For 167 years and for nearly 20 right here in Milwaukee, we've been empowering growth with solutions like commercial payments, capital structure optimization, and risk mitigation strategies. Big enough to deliver sophisticated solutions, yet local enough to make decisions that matter. Connect with our Milwaukee team today to experience the difference that only Fifth Third can provide. Fifth Third Bank, National Association. Member FDIC.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
894 southbound in the Hale interchange on the ramp to get onto eastbound. The left shoulder is blocked with a crash, so that's going to tie things up a bit. We do still have delays continuing past that all the way to Loomis. We've also got some debris in the roadway northbound on 94 at College Avenue. They may have to close off some lanes. Looks like it might be a tire. Hard to tell, though. Northbound 4394 backing up around the Plainfield curve up past Oklahoma Avenue. More delays from Beecher to the high-rise bridge. Southbound on 43 slowing from Hampton down to Locust. Traffic is brought to you by Glenroy. Now hiring as the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy skies. Snow moves in tonight, a high of 25. Tonight, snow showers likely breezy, some freezing rain possible, a low of 23. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee. Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
As we continue to await official word on head coach Matt LaFleur's future in Green Bay, ESPN NFL Nation reporter Rob Domofsky joined Kyle Bruston-Nortman and said he believes the team and LaFleur are getting closer and closer on a contract extension.
I think they're headed toward Matt LaFleur being the Packers coach in 2026 and perhaps beyond. I just think there's some details that still need to be worked out, but it seems like it is trending toward LaFleur staying as coach.
For continued coverage on all things LaFleur and the 2026 Packers, keep it locked right here on ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Do you want your car to shine like a diamond? Then you need Z-Gloss from Z-Bart. Z-Gloss gives you a mirror finish and protects your paint from everything Mother Nature can throw at it with a 10-year guarantee. Visit zbart.com for more information.
Real James Imaging Systems clients. You've heard them right here on the radio for years. For instance, Chris Willems, office manager with Previent Law Firm.
I like the fact that the company is local and I can always get a hold of my representative who I have on speed dial or I have a cell phone.
Then there's James Imaging Systems client Preston Clark, who oversees IT services at Creative Business Interiors.
If I do need service, they're here almost within 4 hours every time. I've never had an issue where I'm like, where is that guy?
James Imaging Systems business technology client Lori Salzman, Vice President of Enterprise Services at Junior Achievement of Wisconsin.
I've never met an organization that is so responsive to make sure that we are up and running all the time for us to be more efficient and allow us to focus more on the work that we do for helping young people.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. To learn more, visit jamesimaging.com.
Hey Tom, I want a new hoop for the kids. Any ideas?
Yeah, I got mine from Precision Sports over 10 years ago. They helped me choose the right hoop, installed it, and even painted my court lines.
Nice. How do I reach them?
Easy. PrecisionSportsOnline.com for a free quote.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
His eyeball.
Wait.
Where do I get him?
I just assumed, when I said wait, did you just think it was just a suggestion?
Yeah, pretty much. Typically.
On 94.5 ESPN.
If you're headed to a Milwaukee Bucks game, you can make a bet at Potawatomi Sportsbook and catch a shuttle to Fiserv Forum. After a purchase or a bet, a wristband will be given at the bar or the betting counter upon request. You must have a wristband in order to board the shuttles leaving Potawatomi. They're not required for return shuttles, but seating is limited. It's a first-come, first-served basis. Pickup and drop-offs are at the annex right next to the Potawatomi Sportsbook, and I cannot think of an easier way to support the Milwaukee Bucks than getting a ride on a Potawatomi Sportsbook shuttle to and from Fiserv Forum. Bet above the rest only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
The top 8 at 8.
Name something that follows the word pork.
You pie.
Huh?
One category.
Name something people take with them to the beach. Turkey.
The top 8 answers.
The first thing you buy in a supermarket. Turkey.
The top 8 at 8.
A food often stuffed. Turkey.
The top 8 at 8 on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Name Popeye's favorite food.
Chicken.
Show me chicken!
The top 8 at 8 on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
What do we got today, Gabe?
So Chew's been on fire this week. He's had some rants. He's gotten fired up. And in one of the rants, he talked about the Packers only having 2 wins this year against teams that had double-digit wins. Just triggered something in my brain. Oh, I wonder who the best in the NFL were at that. So there were 8 teams this year in the NFL that had 3 wins or more against teams that had double-digit wins. So I'm looking for you guys to name those teams.
That's a lot of numbers you're throwing at me, Gabe. 8 teams.
Yep, top 8.
Okay, yep. And then?
So 8 teams had 3 wins or more against teams that had double-digit wins. So who was the best when taking on the best?
Okay, all right. Who was the best at taking on the best? Who was the best at taking on the best? The Rams?
Rams had 4 wins against teams with double digits, so they are on the list.
That interestingly became part of the MVP discussion for the first time in the history of the award.
Really? You're welcome.
By the way, this is regular season only, so it's not like the playoffs and any of the stuff that happened this last weekend factors into these numbers. Regular season only.
Let's go with Seattle.
Seattle led the league. They had 5 wins against teams that had double-digit wins. Again, a little bit easier when you're playing teams in your division. 3 of them had double-digit wins out there in the NFC West.
Because I don't know the specifics of each team's schedule and how they played. I sort of know how divisions shook out, but I'm just going to sort of lean on the teams with the best records in the league, and that includes the Denver Broncos.
Broncos had 3 wins against teams with double-digit victories. They are on the list.
Let's stay with that theory and go New England.
So New England, Chewy, famously only had one win this year against a team with double-digit victories.
Okay, I'm out.
Okay. How about Jacksonville?
Jacksonville had 4 of those wins this year, Jen. They are on the list. So again, you have, of the 8 teams that had 3 or more wins against teams that had double-digit wins this year, Seahawks led the league with 5. Rams, Jags had 4 apiece, and the Broncos had 3. So you still have 4 teams to go.
You want to throw another one out there, Chew, or are you out?
He's out.
I'm out.
Okay, how about the Texans?
Texans also had 4.
Nice.
I'm literally just thinking about the teams with the best records in the NFL. Reset the list for me, please.
Seahawks, Rams, Texans, Jags, Broncos. All teams with 3 or more wins against teams that had double-digit victories.
Buffalo?
Buffalo is not on the list. Bills only had 2 of those victories.
800-990-3776. We go out to the phone lines. If you want to play Top 8 at 8, give us a call. Gabe, one more time, let us know what the category is.
8 teams had 3 or more victories this year in the NFL regular season against teams that had double-digit wins. Looking to name them, the Seahawks led the league with 5. The Rams, Texans, Jags all had 4. Broncos had 3. We have 3 teams remaining on the list.
And we incorrectly guessed the Buffalo Bills and who was the Patriots?
New England
Is that who
Patriots.
Chewy guessed?
Mhm.
800-990-3776 if you want to play Top 8 at 8 and finish out the list. You said we got how many?
3. 3 teams left.
3 teams left. Let's go out to the phone lines. We start with Jake in McGuanago. Jake, you're on with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Can you complete our Top 8 at 8 list?
Let's go with the 49ers.
49ers had 3 of those
Nice.
victories this season, so they are on the list. Just 2 teams remaining.
Let's go. Let's go Bears.
Bears only had 2.
Jake, appreciate the call. 800-990-3776 if you want to play Top 8 at 8 here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Looking for 2 more teams that had at least 3 wins. Is that the
3 or, yep, you have 3 or more wins.
Is there a team on here that has a sub 500 record?
There is.
Really?
What a wrinkle. Love a good
I
wrinkle.
was about to say, I think, Josh, you know what that team is. Otherwise, I don't know if you would have asked that specific question.
Josh, I just want to put it out there. What a ridiculous thing to say about wrinkles. No one loves wrinkles, okay? Why do you think I gua sha this face every morning here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy?
If you're a
okay?
pitcher, you like to have that little wrinkle, that little curveball. Is that the only wrinkle that's good?
I think. Wrinkle in time? I don't know.
Yeah, Shar-Pays are kind of cute.
No, they're not.
You don't think so?
You don't want wrinkles in your clothes.
You don't want wrinkles on your dog?
I thought he was going to say something else. It sounds like dog.
No, I know.
Okay, just making sure.
In fact, 1 letter away.
And Jake in East Troy is next here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Good morning, Jake. Can you complete our
Sorry,
Top 8 at 8 list?
Yeah, has anyone said Detroit Lions yet?
The Detroit Lions are not on the list. Detroit only had
Uh-oh.
2 wins against double-digit teams this year.
Okay. Who the
Keep it
hell
going,
is
keep it
sub
rolling.
500. La la la.
Did Jake drop off? Did Jake understand that he was
right?
He didn't get it
When
right.
you don't get it right.
Yeah,
Oh.
once you
You're
get it
out.
wrong, you're
Sorry.
Jen,
done.
I'm answering phones and talking to people, and I understood that.
I thought he was going to keep it rolling, but you're right. Once you get it wrong, you are out.
We do
Welcome
have
to
John
the
in
show.
Janesville on the air, who at first I
John
thought was
in
John Jingle.
Janesville.
Oh, his name is my name, too.
Can you complete our Top 8 at 8 list?
Has anybody guessed the Giants?
The Giants are incorrect. The Giants also had 2 of those wins.
they
He
sub
got it wrong
500?
also, right, guys? I just
Yeah.
want to
Yes,
make sure
yep,
I'm
he is
following
incorrect.
along. Great,
Incorrect.
great. Yes, thank you. Perfect. Mike in Waukesha, you're up next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Can you complete our Top 8 at 8 list?
Is the sub 500 team the Colts?
It is not the Indianapolis Colts. They also had 2 wins against double-digit win teams.
Let's go out to Sam in Kenosha. Sam, you're up next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Can you complete our Top 8 at 8 list?
He stole the Colts from me, but I'll say the Ravens.
Ravens are incorrect. Ravens only had one win against a double-digit win
All right,
team
and at
year.
this point, gang, we're running out of teams, okay? So let's go out to Chef Ed. Chef Ed is waiting patiently on the line. Good morning, Chef Ed. Can you complete our top 8 at 8 list?
Well, I hope so. Josh, you kind of let me down the path about the subpar team, but I'm going to go first with the New England Patriots.
So the Patriots were already incorrectly guessed. The Patriots only had one win this year against a team
My
with
bad, I
double-digit.
accidentally hung up on them. Call back, Chef Ed.
What the hell?
A loyal
Got a lot
listener
going on
you
back
can?
Caleb in Horicon, you're up next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Can you complete our top 8 at 8 list?
Gonna give her a go. Can we get the list again, please?
Okay, so the list, again, 8 teams had 3 wins or more against double-digit teams who had double-digit wins this season. Seahawks had 5. Rams, Texans, Jags had 4. Broncos, Niners, 3 apiece.
Are the Buccaneers on that list?
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers won 3 games against teams that had double-digit wins this season. Finished
Were they
8
sub
and 9.
500?
They finished 8 and 9.
Oh, that's sub 500.
At BC Education, paying off that guy.
Kick it in.
One team left. One team left. Can you hit it on the top 8 at 8, Caleb?
I'm leaning on one team here, and I think it's is it the Chargers?
The Chargers had 3 wins against teams with double-digit victories this season.
Caleb in Horicon, you're our big winner this morning on the top 8 at 8. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there in the middle of the segment.
Obviously.
Oh, hold on. You can't talk, sir.
Yeah, but I have an excuse.
Yeah,
he's got a point.
Played football all
He's
those
got
years.
a point.
I know.
No, I'm an idiot.
I thought the two were somewhat connected. No,
I think he was an idiot before football.
it just accelerated the process. Is what
Born
you're
an
saying? All right, Jen, Gabe, and Chewy rolls on after this. Congratulations, Caleb, our big winner this morning.
Tired of always waking up exhausted? Dad bods starting to weigh on you? Finding it harder to get excited about basically anything? If your energy, focus, and drive aren't what they used to be, it might not be that you're just, quote, getting older. And I know a lot of people feel that way. But there's a good chance your hormones and metabolism are just out of balance. So this new year, let's get back to the old you. Remember that guy? You were sharp at work, full of energy, fun, one people enjoyed being around. That's where Mentality comes in. My friends at Mentality, it's not a macho low-T bro clinic. They're human-centered, and their mission is to figure out what's really going on in your body and your brain. Mentality starts by listening. They'll run real labs and explain your results in plain English. Then they'll build a personalized, science-backed plan using hormone therapy and FDA-approved peptide treatments to help get your brain and body back on track. Stop telling yourself and everyone around you that you're fine. Right now, all new patient labs will be covered in your treatment plan. That's a savings of $250 right out of the gate. That's right, all patient labs covered with your treatment plan. So do what I did. Use Mentality. Get a savings of $250 right out of the gate. Reclaim the old you, the younger you, with Mentality.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
We got a couple of accidents in the Hale interchange. One going northbound coming out of the Hale off on the right shoulder. Another one southbound to eastbound on that ramp in the Hale. So watch out for that. We've got westbound 94 slowing down from 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound from 84th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Traffic is brought to you by the Milwaukee Bucks. Buy one, get one free ticket to an upcoming Bucks home game, courtesy of ESPN Milwaukee. Today only. Go to bucks.com/ESPN. That's bucks.com/ESPN. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy, snow moves in tonight, a high of 25. Tonight, snow showers likely, breezy, some freezing rain possible, a low of 23. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Did you know Professional Construction Inc. has an in-house team of interior designers? We're excited to bring our expertise to you with our brand new virtual interior design program. Maybe you're not ready for a full construction project, but you are ready to refresh that outdated room. Our PCI design team creates stunning photorealistic renderings, a mood board, and a curated shopping list, all delivered to you in just days.
For all your construction and design needs,
visit professionalconstructioninc.com.
Brewers mini ticket plans for the 2026 season are available now with 6-game, 12-game, and build-your-own-plan options. You can pick or build the best plan for your schedule, whether you're gearing up for tailgates under the sun, the thrill of the home runs, or the eruptions of walk-off wins. Brewers mini plans have you covered for the 2026 season with specially discounted ticket rates and more exclusive perks in each plan. Check out all the mini plan options available for 2026 now at brewers.com/ticket plans.
Kick off the new year with a smarter home and bigger savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. New windows to lock in the warmth, durable roofing, eye-catching siding, or a stunning bath makeover. Start the year off right and get $3,000 off your project. That's right, $3,000 back in your pocket during our New Year savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. This deal won't last all winter. Exterior Pros and Baths. New year, new home, done right.
Tired of waking up exhausted? That dad bod weighing you down? Let's get you back to the old you. If your energy, focus, and drive aren't what they used to be, your hormones could be out of balance. At Mentality, we'll dig into what's really going on, then build a personalized, science-backed plan using hormone therapy and peptide treatments to get your brain and your body back on track. So stop telling yourself you're just getting older. Book your appointment now at lowtusa.com. Right now, all new patient labs are covered in your treatment plan. That's a savings of $250. Go to lowtusa.com.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
What do we do? Where do we go from here?
We've talked about insulation, we've talked about fantasy camp, and now we've talked about Burning Man. We've hit for the cycle in the first 5 minutes of the show.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Back here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, and I have questions. A new study has been released that says the Packers have been named one of the most enjoyable NFL teams to support. Well, that's sweet. San Francisco 49ers, number 1 on the list. New England Patriots, number 2. And your Green Bay Packers, number 3, with a 7.4 out of 10 score when it comes to the overall enjoyment that the fans feel while supporting their team. I guess my first question is, when did they take this poll? Because there's no way it was within the last week.
And what goes into it?
Well, I have all of that information. Years since Super Bowl appearance, number of Super Bowl appearances, Super Bowl wins, Super Bowl losses, regular games. Well, this is all just data, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But then they said average monthly Google searches for tickets. There are more than twice as many average monthly Google searches for tickets for the San Francisco 49ers as there are for the Packers, for whatever it's worth. And then it just, Reddit depression posts seems to be a thing that is pushing the results. How many depression posts are there about your respective team? I guess in a year, in a month, in a something, it doesn't matter. Whatever the term is, they used it for everybody. So is it enjoyable to be a Packers fan? I would argue that the recent evidence would say no, like 5 straight losses. being bounced by the Bears in the playoffs? What was enjoyable about this last stretch game?
Well, no, but I mean, being a Packers fan, yeah, I mean, they've got the long season ticket waiting list. The Packers are one of the most supported teams around the country. They have a good national fan base because a lot of kids like Chewy, either growing up, in the 90s, saw the Packers being good with Chewy on the team and Brett and all those guys, so they became Packers fans. Any sort of fan poll, I feel the Packers are always going to finish near the top. It's a good fan experience, the Hall of Fame, bringing people in year-round, everything that the Packers have done. Yeah, they're always going to rank high on this list.
Jen, where do the East Coast teams fall? Now, other than like the Giants in Philadelphia, because those people seem miserable.
So for whatever it's worth, this list only shows the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Joshy has access to the remaining 20-plus. But your Giants are 9th on this list.
And the Eagles are...
The Eagles are 10th on this list.
They did win a Super Bowl last year, so...
Yeah, sure.
So they got that going for them.
Steelers are 6th. I'll just rattle off the list. I mentioned that the San Francisco 49ers are 1st. Patriots are 2. Green Bay Packers 3. Kansas City Chiefs 4. Baltimore Ravens 5. Steelers 6. Cowboys 7. You're telling me that it is at all enjoyable to be a Cowboys fan?
America's team, baby.
I guess, would you call Jerry World a destination? Like Lambeau? I mean, Lambeau's clearly I know more people like...
Yeah, I don't think you're going to Jerry World for the tour.
Yeah, it doesn't have that same level of mystique.
Is there another destination stadium in the NFL other than Green Bay?
I don't think so.
I don't either.
Maybe Mile High. I know it's not called Mile High anymore, but that would have been one that I would have had on a bucket list.
But I mean, look at baseball. You got the Yankees. You got
sure.
You got the Cubs. You have the Red Sox. And who am I missing, Gabe?
I mean, Dodger Stadium certainly would be on that list.
Dodger Stadium.
In terms of historic places.
To be honest, they all the thing about baseball is that every ballpark is so unique. You could make a case for almost every single one. You could make a case for San Francisco. You could make a case for you mentioned Chavez Ravine. You could make a case. I mean. Just the dimensions of the outfield are,
Yeah. But, I mean, in terms of, truly historic places, I mean, so many places are, building stadiums. Either, Chicago just kind of built over what the old Soldier Field was. Now they're going to be looking to, move to Northwest Indiana, put a dome on that stadium. Lambeau Field, they've just continued to add to it to try to make it better, where most places have just tore down and gone, Arrowhead in Kansas City.
Yeah,
they're moving away from Arrowhead, right? Most places just end up building new stadiums, and a lot of the historic ones just don't exist anymore, which is why I think Lambeau is such a unique spot in football lore.
I mean, the Superdome, no. I mean, that's been around for a long time. They renovated it, but I don't know. I mean, New Orleans is fun. Kind of reeks a little bit, but it's fun.
But Chewy, let me ask you again, going back to being enjoyable. And Gabe, I know your point. There's a lot of fans, but my question is, how much are they enjoying this experience? And I would make the argument that maybe when you talk about enjoying being a Packers fan, you're reflecting on some of the finer days. You're reflecting on some of the Aaron Rodgers seasons. You're reflecting on a Super Bowl. You're reflecting on, I'm just not sure that right now, particularly this specific moment, it's been enjoyable to be a Packers fan. Again, I'll go back to the injuries that decimated this team, including Micah Parsons, the injury to Tucker Kraft. We go back to the 5-game losing streak. We talk about the way that they were bounced from the postseason. And now, oh, by the way, you got at least half of the fan base that wants the head coach to be fired.
Yeah, but they're one of 6 teams that have made the postseason each of the last 3 years, right? So they haven't had the ultimate success, but there's still a ton of success there. And again, when you're looking at, Packers fans are always Googling for tickets because you can't buy them through the team. Right, so you're trying to figure out the best deal you can get on wherever you're at, and if that's going to be one of the metrics, this is never surprising to me because Packer fans, yes, we're gonna bitch and moan, but ultimately still enjoy being a Packer fan.
Got a lot of problems with you people. Now you're going to hear about it. All right, is it enjoyable to be a Packers fan? Joshy's putting it on the Infinity Exteriors poll. It is on the YouTube stream as hell. Wow, that was Freudian. As well, go ahead and weigh in on that. How enjoyable?
Saying something about the YouTube chat?
I was saying, is it enjoyable to be a Packers fan? And then my brain went to hell immediately.
Yeah, because you were talking about the YouTube chat.
I think I was talking about the recent time as a Packers fan.
Did you have your garage sandwich today or no?
Why? Because I've been off a little?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I didn't go out. I went out for my birthday last night. Get off my back.
Oh!
Party animal.
Did you get in a fight?
No.
That was one time.
But also,
one time that she's told us
I think
about.
he sometimes confuses my personality with his wife's personality, if we're being honest. Like,
I believe the phrase is you're both Italian, so you just kind of get lumped into the same
but also
group.
we're the two women he spends the most time with, if we're being honest, right? He spends all that time with Angie. He spends the time with me. Like, all right, we'll take a break on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Finish up after this.
Josh DiMaggio here for Milwaukee Weight Loss. The Milwaukee Weight Loss program has been able to change the lives of thousands of people with the incredible Metabolic Reset program. We know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day with no exercising, no prepackaged meals, no counting points or calories, no drugs, no surgery, and no injections with the risk of serious side effects. There's no better time than now to give yourself the gift of a new you in this new year. Schedule your free consultation now by visiting MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. I'm starting 2026 off right with Milwaukee Weight Loss. Their team has been amazing through the consultation process and even created a customized plan to fit me and my goals. It's the secret to losing 1 pound of fat every day, and many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. Call for your free weight loss consultation at 262-235-3980. That's 262-235-3980 or online at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Truth Nation, mark your calendars for Friday, February 20th, as we will be hosting our second annual Truth Community Awards, hosted by the legendary Home, Blow, and Bailey Cope. Tickets are on sale now. Visit 1017truthawards.com to learn more. The Truth Community Awards are sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks, Gruber, Steinhoffels, Cousin Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall. Come celebrate with us on Friday, February 20th at the Truth Community Awards from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Do not miss out on the best community awards event of the year.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party. Commercial payments at Fifth Third Bank combine experience with innovation. Trusted to process more than $17 trillion in payments each year, Fifth Third delivers reliability at scale while continuing to push what's next. Named one of Fortune magazine's most innovative companies, Fifth Third builds secure, efficient, and forward-thinking payment solutions. Because commercial payments require more than consistency. They demand innovation that keeps money moving. That's commercial payments. A Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HAWK to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HAWK to 321-321. That's HAWK to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Score more with the college-branded Venmo debit card. Rep your team with every tap and earn up to 5% cash back through Venmo Stash, a new rewards program where the more you do, the more you get. Get your Venmo debit card today and start earning rewards with Venmo Stash. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A. Select schools available. Venmo Stash terms and exclusions apply. Max $100 cash back per month. See terms at venmo.me/stash terms.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Have you never had a good pie?
I've had fine pies.
You get no pie.
Right now, yeah.
I mean, seems that way anyway. But if we get him on those dating sites, it feels like maybe he could.
Yeah. On 94.5 ESPN.
You know what I always say, happy wife, happy life, and a lot of times that starts with a visit to my guy Dino, the dancing machino at the Jewelry Center. Earrings, custom jewelry, and repair services. The Jewelry Center does it all. And when it comes to top-of-the-line engagement rings, they're second to none. When the day comes for my boys to take that next step, I know exactly where they're going, to the Jewelry Center. Great deals and selections on both lab-grown and naturally mined diamonds, plus specialists who make the process easy and fun. Just ask Gabe. Stop into one of their 4 locations, Brookfield, Greenfield, Burlington, and now Mequon. Or shop the full inventory online at shoptjc.com.
Just swinging around some of the polls that we put up on our Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Twitter account today. Remember, they're presented by Infinity Exterior. The first one was, is it a mistake for the Green Bay Packers to extend Matt LaFleur? Again, no, nothing has been finalized. Nothing has really been revealed. But all signs are pointing towards the Packers will be bringing back Matt LaFleur as the head coach of the Green and Gold. Results of the poll, very interesting. 58% of people saying, no, it is not a mistake to bring back Matt LaFleur. Gabe, agree?
I mean, I'm so torn on it because it doesn't seem like the Packers are completely sold. Because if the Packers were completely sold, this deal would be done, right? Like if they, 100%, you're our guy, Matt. And if you're not 100% behind a coach, what's the point? What's the point of bringing somebody back unless you 100%
Well, it's all the
believe in them?
conditions. It's all the peripheral stuff, right? If Matt LaFleur is saying, great, I'll be the head coach, but I need more money for my assistants. Great, I'll be the head coach, but I have to maintain play calling responsibilities. Great, I'll be the head coach, but whatever the other buts are.
Again, either he's your guy or he's not your guy.
I want a 5-year guarantee. I want a 5-year extension.
Yeah, well, again, if he's going to be unreasonable with that, but again, then he's not your guy. I just look at, like, the Ravens didn't go into, and maybe they thought they would, and they thought some of the things they asked, but one of the things they asked John Harbaugh is, hey, fire Todd Monken. He said, no. All right, you're fired. And now he's already got a new job somewhere else.
Todd Monken will likely be the coordinator with the Giants.
Correct, because he's loyal to Todd Monken. So, like, if the Ravens could act that fast, I just don't understand what's taking so long. Either he's your guy or he's not your guy.
Could Matt LaFleur be dragging his feet to see what market value is amongst these other guys, right? We see that happen all the time with quarterbacks, right? You sign the deal, and then all of a sudden somebody else signs the deal, and they jump up ahead, and you're going, wait, I thought I was the highest paid guy. Now you're not anymore.
But again, then it would be more than just, well, they're kind of inching towards a deal. I wouldn't say it's imminent. I'm not saying it's going to get done. It seems like they're making progress. I feel like it would just... Something just doesn't feel right about it right now.
All right. I thought Shu was going to weigh in there, but apparently he's done.
Show's over.
Is it enjoyable to be a Packers fan? 88% of people are saying, hell yeah, brother. Wilde and Tausch are next on ESPN Milwaukee.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on
A couple of accidents in the Hale interchange. Northbound 894 coming out of the Hale. We have a crash on the right shoulder. And then southbound